Roll a clip.
Y'all, I am so irritated right now. My son sit up here and literally took $2,000 off credit card. That's my rent money. That's everything. Everything. Just put him out. He's 16. I already done sit there and told him I really feel like calling the fucking police. That's why I came live, so I can calm down. I really just feel like calling the police at this moment. You really took some money off my card to go sit up there and do some shit for a little ass girl? Y'all, I am so mad right now, man. Man, I don't know what to do. My feelings hurt every fucking thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I never thought that he'd sit up there and do something like that. The notification earlier, y'all, the notification was basically saying, like, did I purchase this? But I didn't sit up there and pay attention to it. You feel me? Like, I didn't even worry about it or nothing like that. He got to go. He waiting on his daddy to come pick him up right now. He has to go. He got to go. He got to go. Like, you don't do that. Like, he got, like, his mouth, he's being hella disrespectful, all of that. So, you got to go. You got to go. You have to go. You got to go. Like, I don't have no more money. Like, I called my bank. My bank sit up there and told me I got to wait until Monday. They froze my account. They completely froze my account. So can't nobody else use it. But I can't get that. He needs to get away from my door. He not getting back in my house. He not getting back in here. I do not care. Get away from my door, little boy. See, you see how disrespectful he is? That's why my dog's sitting here barking. He's being so disrespectful. Since he been talking to this little girl, he's been getting hella disrespectful. He's been out the chain disrespectful. I'm about to call the police. I'm giving you a chance and letting your dad come and get you. Get away.
Yo, what's going on, my good people? Welcome back to Roll the Clip TV. I'm your host, Roberto. What do y'all think about this one? So this young lady, son, swiped her credit card, debit card. I'm going to say it's a debit card, y'all. Purchased $2,000 worth of clothes for a young lady. And now this lady can't pay her rent money. So I know this video is not brand new. I know it's a couple of months old. I want to say it's about 8 months old from the Shade Room. But I chose to do this video because this topic in 2024, this topic is going to be relevant for every single person dealing with a child between the ages of, I was going to say 16 and up. I'm going to say 11 and up because now social media has changed the playing fields when it comes to parenting. It's funny because my wife and I was in a restaurant the other day, and there was a family sitting across from us. And they had 3 little kids. Everybody was under the age of 5, but 2 of the kids had cell phones in their hands, and I'm like, it's insane. So our kids have access to the information superhighway. That's creating a bunch of different things, y'all. Number one, a lot of these kids now, because they have information, think that they're now smarter than the parent. And I'm going to say this, y'all. I've raised kids. All my kids are grown. Got their own kids at this point in time that they're going to have to deal with some stuff that they did when they were younger. But one of the things I thought about as I was watching this clip is that a lot of times as parents, we have this guilt, especially if the relationship didn't work out. Parents have this guilt where you feel guilty, and so sometimes as a parent, we can start to overcompensate and give the child more based upon our own life experiences. But our life experiences has not a damn thing to do with the way that child is being raised. And I've seen that in my own life. I've had to deal with some issues of guilt and different things throughout the years. But when it comes to a rebellious teenager, we talk about something completely different. All rationale goes out the window. The moment the young man begins to feel himself and the young lady says that he's cute and he says that she's pretty, for some reason, this new generation is losing their everlasting mind. And now social media and likes and being visible is more important than the rules in my house. And that can't go. I ain't saying I have the issue now, y'all. What I'm saying is this is how I feel. And this is the attitude that I adopted over the years in dealing with my kids. There's only a couple of rules in our house. My wife makes the rules or I make the rules. Point blank in the story. Point blank in the story. And there's a lot of times, especially when I was in my younger years as a parent, and when I was 20-something years old, I was 24 years old, and I had 4 kids by then. So I was a young parent. So I didn't have the mindset I have now. I was completely off the chain when it came to raising them and disciplining them, and I was very, very strict in some ways. But there did come an uproar as my eldest child began to grow up. She began to experiment and begin to do all these different things. And there came a point in time where she thought she was grown enough, and she was going to she challenged the rules of my house for about 3 or 4 years. But there came a breaking point where there was one incident. I'm like, it is time for you. I think at this point she was 17 years old. I said, it is time for you. You got 2 choices. You can make amends and rectify the situation, or you could pack your SHIT and get the hell out of my house. There was no other alternative. You want to be an adult, you gotta go be an adult somewhere else. Now looking back at it, was it the right decision? Did I say the right things? Was my attitude right? Probably not, but I would not go back and change anything. I wouldn't go back, and I may have delivered the message differently than what I delivered it, but the end result would have still been the same. I remember my mother told me this. My mother is a short woman. And I remember as I began to get tall, I think I was almost 6'1", and I was towering over her. And I remember my mother looking at me saying, I said something real slick to her. She looked at me in my face and she said, don't think that you're too big for me to knock your ass out. She said, if I can't get to you, I'll wait till you go to sleep, and I'll go in that garage and I'll get that shovel, I'll knock you upside your goddamn head. My mother ain't got no more problems out of me. My mother, I don't care whether you believe in it. I don't care whether you think that situation was right or wrong. But the point is, my mother had to say, I know you're bigger than me, so I'm not going to try to match you. I'm not going to match your strength with my strength. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to play my position. And when you least expect it, I'm going to show you why I'm the parent. And unfortunately, my brothers and sisters, we are lacking that. What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? We are lacking that level of parenting in this day and age, where too many times I'm seeing parents are dancing inappropriate with their kids on social media, where parents are giving a child is failing school, but yet you're going to buy him an iPhone, an Apple Watch, Jordans, and all this other BS. That's some bull. Listen, as an adult, I got to go in and punch a time clock. There are certain things that my boss requires of me. There are certain things that my wife requires of me as a husband. And there's certain things that we require from our kids as kids, period. Anyway, I get kind of passionate about this because I get it. We give our heart, our souls, our strength to these young people, especially when they're little babies. They're cute, you're holding them. And so at times, all we see is our baby. And sometimes we can't. Listen, there came a point in time, and I said this in a bunch of videos before, when it comes to parenting, that you are going to face a time when you got to let go and you got to let God. And you got to trust that everything that you instilled in that child at some point is going to come back. But in the interim, that child cannot disrupt or disrespect the house, especially if there's other young people in the house paying attention and watching, let alone stealing your rent money, y'all. This situation is not just about rent money. This situation goes a lot further. And so if there's a father in this situation, which clearly there is, because she said, I don't know, she said, I'm calling your father, or you need to call your father. But you see my man wasn't afraid. He kept banging on the door. Because he was not afraid. He wanted to get back in the house. And so when a child gets to that point, desperate acts call for desperate measures. I'm probably saying that a little bit wrong, but y'all get the sentiment. So I do believe there comes a time for corporal punishment when it comes to parenting. If the child is doing their thing, doing what they got to do, God bless them, spoil them. For the kids watching this, never think you know more than your parents. I get you got a lot of information. I get you're intelligent. I get all them things. But there's some things that life teaches us at the age of 40 and 50 and 60 years old that you can only learn from experience. So do me a favor. Tupac said it the best. You was a black queen mama. No, I'm sorry. You was a crack fiend mama, but you a black queen mama. Something like that, y'all. Those words, listen, I'm going to say this to y'all, to the people watching, to the young people watching, if you're watching this. I get you got all these feelings going on inside you. I understand that. But mom and dad, I ain't talking about no weekend dad who just trying to have fun with you, who don't want to discipline. Listen, I am a father through and through. I'm not trying to be your damn friend. I wasn't trying to be my kid's friend. I wasn't trying to be the popular dad, the fun dad. As a matter of fact, all four of my kids maybe to this day still got some kind of resentment towards me. But I know definitely when they were younger, couldn't stand my ass. Because I wasn't budging. I wasn't moving. No, the young women had to be young women and the young men had to be young men. My wife and I have one child still at home now, 15 years old. He's growing up a young man. I love the interaction between him and his mother. It's something that I don't understand because I didn't have that with my mother growing up. But nevertheless, I love when he opens the door for her. I love when he helps her with the groceries. I love when he assists her without her having to ask. Young men, help your mother without her having to ask. Use your initiative. Use your mind. Use your brain. Do something different. Don't wait until mom asks you to do it, then do it. You see her struggling with it, or if you know she wants it, just go and do it. Y'all get what I'm saying, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I think the lady made the right choice. I think there was no other choice to make. I wouldn't have changed anything. I wouldn't have done anything different. I probably would have been even worse in this situation. Taking $2,000, taking all that money off my car? Come on, peoples. Y'all do me a favor. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you for checking out Roll Clip TV. And I am your host. Peace.